of my team, Coach Ben Poswalk of Paradise Place Preschool in Crested Butte, Colorado. Ben, how's your day going, man?
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, everybody. It is a great day, actually. I finally found the silver lining this morning. So I woke up and checked my bank statement. I got my federal stimulus money. So, got the $1,200 each for us and the $500 for the kid. So that was nice. And then I just got my DocuSign for our PPP loan for our employees. So yeah, today is a good day. I'm really excited. So things are good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ben and I are using the same bank, and we got our DocuSign yesterday. So fingers crossed that we might get some PPP funding showing up for both of us today.
Yeah, so it's a good day.
Awesome. Well, you did something really, really fun yesterday, and I wanted to come on live to the world and talk about what you did as a model and example to help people think about how they can add goodwill into their communities and stay in front of the eyeballs and the people in their communities to stay top of mind, which is really, really important during this time. So tell us a little bit more about Paradise Place Preschool. You're in Crested Butte, Colorado, which is a beautiful, tiny little town at the end of the road in the middle of Colorado, if you guys haven't been there. I lived there for 10 years, and that's actually where our office is still located. Tell us more about your program. Are you open, closed? What's going on with your teachers? Give us the scoop.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was fast and furious, and that's kind of where you have to, in these moments, take a break and just stop and think before you react to things, because everything just came at us so quickly. It was Thursday, March 12th, when everything started to really start coming out, and our biggest fundraiser of the year was Friday the 13th of March, is our big casino night fundraiser, where, we had probably 150 people signed up to come, and we were all excited. And they shut down the school for the next day, and then we started realizing this probably isn't the best idea to throw a bunch of people in the same room together. So we decided to go ahead and cancel and reschedule for a later date once we figured out it could be safe for everybody. And then had a board meeting right away to decide whether we were going to be able to operate and stay open and help, the families that need childcare. So we decided to stay open Friday and had a meeting, made cohesive plans as far as doing drop-offs at the door and doing wellness checks and all these things, and thought like we had a good game plan in place. And then we got a call from the county saying, nope, you're closed. So right after we just spent about 2 hours doing all that, we got told that we can't operate anymore. It was kind of scary because Gunnison was like in the top 4 counties in the nation as far as the numbers go. And so we're looking at, wow, this really is bad. And we're kind of fortunate that we were forced to close it because it was such a high risk in our area. That being said, just kind of stopped and talked and reviewed. We are a nonprofit, so I have a board. So fortunately, I have some people I can bounce ideas off of, and just what's going to be best for our staff and our team. And just kind of looking at our reserves where we knew we could cover probably about 2 months worth of payroll. But at the same time, what happens if this lasts longer? Because at that time, we couldn't make that decision. So what we did, we went ahead and told everybody, go ahead and apply for unemployment and laid everybody off just because we knew that system would get inundated. Still working with everybody and helping them. Most people have got their PIN numbers and got enrolled. And hopefully with the extra $600, they'll be able to get that income starting retroactive from March 13th. So that should cover us for about a month and a half worth of payroll that we didn't have to pay. Now that we have our PPP loan, it's our full intent to bring everybody back, even though we're closed, just to help them financially support them because they're actually working. They're doing a lot of work, actually. It's been pretty exciting to see how creative they've been and just the talents that have come out of the team. We always try and recognize people, and what they're good at and what they can do. And not all of them are the most tech savvy, but they've learned to do Zoom or just grab their iPhone and record a story for the kids and put it out. So we're doing a virtual tea time with a story twice a week for all of the school. The older kids, the 3s and 4s, we've set up Seesaw, which is a free classroom app, much like Google Classroom, but there's no charge to it. It's pretty user-friendly.
Okay, cool.
You don't have to have a Google account. So the teachers are feeding content and just Seesaw where the kids can have like the glue stick and the scissors and construction paper for whatever they're going to do for that lesson for the day. And then they usually try and throw in a story and a song or movement activity. They spend about a half an hour, 45 minutes. I mean, it's hard to keep their attention span for that long. We're not going 3 hours by any means. But then there's also a lot of content that we've fed into Facebook. That's one advantage of being in the academy as a client and a coach. We're all helping each other. We're supporting each other and sharing the virtual field trips and resources and things that are working for other centers, and really just being able to use each other's wisdom and guidance is what's working and how to support families.
So looking for clarity on when you said teachers are working for you, doing these remote classrooms and these e-learning components, are you having just a select number of teachers work X number of hours and then doing like the program where Colorado will pick up the rest from the hours that they're working, or they're just doing it out of their own good hearts because they're unemployed and they're sitting at home with nothing to do?
They actually started out of their own hearts and their own kindness. And I am so grateful for having such an amazing team. Obviously, once they start doing this, it's like, track your hours. Let me know what you've worked, and we will pay you when it becomes time.
Okay.
But the unemployment with job attached is a less percentage of what they're going to pay. So I'd rather have them get their full unemployment benefits, get that money coming in, as well as waiting till we get some money in where we can do a nice lump sum check for them coming out of this, or in the middle of this, where all of a sudden, once the stimulus money might be gone, we're here to help. And, we'll make sure that we're doing it legally when claiming taxes and doing our due diligence to make sure that every penny we use is, accounted for. But for right now, most of them just did it out of their own heart and kindness and volunteer time. And then we're kind of hoping that we get a little bonus from this PPP, and then we'll be able to just kind of reimburse what they did. But we don't want to benefits.
Awesome.
Right now.
I love that. Love that. So let's talk about what you did. So you were involved in a really fun and creative community effort involving pizza. So tell us more about that. What did you do, and how did you get the idea?
Definitely. Our first core value is we put our families and our community first. And once they hit, we definitely figured out a way, and the team figured out a way and stepped up to come to be a service to our families and really take care of the kids and help provide a little freedom for parents at home, and, just give them a break to go potty or take a shower, But then we realized we really weren't doing anything for our community anymore. It's like, how can we step up for our community? What can we do? Because we're all stuck in our houses, and they've got kids, and they're frustrated, and they're dealing with things. And one of our local restaurants, the Secret Stash, Kylina is one of our moms. Her daughter comes to our center, has really been present on Facebook and social media. And she's getting thousands of dollars donated, a lot from second homeowners and locals, to buy meal kits and provide them to the community for anybody that's in need and that's hungry and stuck at home. And ironically, they had one day where it's paired up with Nikki's Mini Donuts. And my son just loves the donuts. Like, Dad, go get a pizza kit because I want some donuts. I miss the donuts. So, I went there and donated some money just to help the workers that are being able to work. And I was like, man, that was really cool. And it was just exciting. We all had our 6-foot distance, and we were moving up the sidewalk together in little chunks. I was like, this is working. This is a great idea. And serving the community and doing something amazing. It's like, well, what can we do? How can Paradise Place and Child Care Success Company work together to help service the kids of this community? How can we reach out? It's like, they're all stuck at home. They're all bored. Let's give them something. And so Diane had a bunch of the Summit gift bags from 2016 left over in the office, and she gave them to me. And I was down in Gunnison, went to the dollar store, probably spent only $150, and just got bubbles and Play-Doh and stickers, coloring books, bath toys, little Hot Wheels cars, bracelets, slinkies, just a bunch of random fun stuff, like the party bags you get out at a kid's birthday. And then I grabbed a bunch of other stuff that we had from our tour bags here at the center, and just threw them all together, put our logos on it, put our branding in it. We added a nice little letter, with recognizing that we do this, everybody. But just the big message is that we will get through this together, and just bringing that sense of community for everybody. And so
do you have one of the bags left over, or did you give them all away?
We gave away most of them and actually made another 30 and dropped them off after we were done because such a hit.
But you guys can see pictures of it at Ben's Facebook.
It was like this. This is my tour bag.
And it was full of stuff, right?
Pretty much same stuff, little sippy cups and bubbles and Play-Doh and just things to keep kids busy.
Nice.
If it buys the parent a half an hour of freedom at home, go grab your Play-Doh. It's being a service to them, and it really hopefully just got some pressure off them. So
So yesterday, Kylina gave out. So she's doing this. Is she doing the free meal kits every week, or is she doing it a couple times a week? Do you know?
At this point, she owns 2 restaurants. So she's got the Secret Stash, which is pizza, and then she has Bones, which is a taco bar. So yesterday was Taco Tuesday, so we actually did taco kits for everybody. But she did chicken, beef, vegetarian. It was great. And so we had a 4:30 start time. And I guess I can kind of work backwards here on this. We had a 4:30 start time where everybody's lining up, and we both did a lot of social media, and I think that is the biggest thing. Paradise Place has more followers than our local community school, which is K through 12, because we can reach and we have a voice with that. And so I started in the morning with just some pictures of the goodie bags and our company logos, and put it out there and did like a $10 boost for a day. And we reached close to 500 people. And then by like midday, I did the video where I just had flashcards, and you can look on Paradise Place Preschool's Facebook page and see the video. But one of those silent videos where just holding flashcards, and people just like love that for some reason. And we can thank God Emily for bringing us that idea. But that went viral pretty quick. I mean, we have a town of about 1,700 people, you know, and I probably got 500 views. So, I mean, to get a third of our population to watch the video on Facebook, everybody's sitting there at home, and 90% of us are, you know, taking a break to scroll because we got nothing better to do if we're done organizing our closets or, you know, vacuuming the ceiling for the last time for the day. So it just hit, and it caught fire. And then Kylene and I both went Facebook Live during the event, which was pretty cool. And, you know, just giving shout outs to the people that actually donated the taco kits. And then I was just saying hello to everybody. And I mean, and this is where I got to try and not get too emotional, because I mean, we had families from our center that came up, and they just came for the kids. It's like they're not families that weren't in need, but they just wanted to make that connection with Mr. Ben. And it's like, it was so precious. We had one of the dads come up, and he's like, well, yeah, I got the kids. I got the kids in the car. And, you know, so I picked out a princess one for his daughter and Paw Patrol for his son. And not 2 minutes later, he came back around the corner with both kids in the arms. Like, they're like, no, Daddy, I have to see Mr. Ben. I want to see Mr. Ben. It's just like, oh. So it's really cool just for me, even. I mean, it filled my heart to make those connections with the families that I haven't seen in a month now, you know?
Right.
How much they value not the gift bag so much, but just having the connection with somebody else they know and trust and love. And so
they just wanted to see you. They wanted to see Mr. Ben and connect with you, and they miss you. And that's like a huge, huge, you know, that's a testament to you, Ben, for what you do at your school every day, being there for the children, that they have that relationship with you, and just super, super fun. So if you guys want to see Ben's Facebook channel and like how he did his flashcard video to promote what he was doing and get the kids excited and get the parents excited, you can go to the Facebook page, Paradise Place. They can probably just Google
just search for Paradise Place Preschool.
Paradise.
And if you go, throw us a like. We're trying to get a broader audience, so you know.
Throw them a like if you guys like it. That's awesome. So how many kits did you give out?
So we made 50. We only had about 5 or 6 left by the time we're done. So I came back to the center and I made a few more because I had a bunch. I wasn't sure, so I made 50. I realized, wow, this is a hit. So I made a bunch more and I dropped them off. And so they're fortunate enough to be giving the meals out for the rest of the week. They had enough donors to purchase the meals for the rest of the week. So we left our banner there, and she's going to set up a table and put all our gift bags. I'll try and make a little appearance and say hi for the first half hour. I mean, it's amazing how quickly it goes. I mean, the line's down the block, and they just come and they grab and come, and it's moving. And then by like 5:30, it's like, oh, we're out of kits and we're out of food, and that was it. You know, it was awesome, and it was so much fun just for me to make those connections with people from 6 feet away.
Right, of course.
With gloves and my mask.
Yeah. So Gunnison County was a hot spot, still is. It was hard hit. It was one of the highest per capita number of cases in the United States. It's gotten a ton of media exposure because it's a tiny, beautiful little town in the middle of Colorado, and Ben's school is there in Crested Butte. And so because it's a tourist community, it's driven by tourism more than anything with the ski area there. There are so many restaurant workers and other tourist related workers that have been so hard hit, not only with illness, with the COVID, but also with loss of income because it is a tourist driven economy, and all of that just got completely shut down. The county is closed. And so many people are suffering there. And that's why you're able to, you know, just kind of get that following and do that good works of giving the food and the food kits and then partnering with Kylena. And since she's one of your parents at your school, it's a perfect fit. It's entrepreneurs working together, business owners working together to make an impact in a small town. And that's what you've done, Ben. So I just wanted to share that story with the world today and have people that are watching think about how they can apply this lesson, this case study, to their own childcare centers. How can you contribute? How can you make a difference? What small or big thing can you do, whether it's 50 kits or something that you might be impacting 500 or 1,000 or 5,000 people if you're in a urban area. And so also, Ben, just the fact that you used Facebook Live, you used video, and you used marketing techniques to get the story out and then stay in front of families with goodwill makes you more memorable to your audience, right? And so that's just one of the other best practices that we wanted to talk about on this live, is that this is something that will impact your business because people will remember what you've done and you'll do more of this, I'm assuming. So what's the next step, or how are you going to leverage this long term, and how do you think it'll impact your enrollment?
Definitely. I mean, this is not your traditional marketing where you can track your ROI or have a landing page and know, but at the same time, I mean, it's being honest and being of service. And really that's kind of going back to our core values, and that's what we believe in. So it's really kind of caused us to be more creative and figure out, all right, this was great. We all enjoyed it. And, you know, the staff is like, that was awesome. How can we help? And so actually our next step, we got in contact with our county health and human services, and we are getting a FEMA shipment of diapers and formula. And because Gunnison's about a half an hour away from Crested Butte and they don't want people traveling, they need a site for a Crested Butte location where parents can pick up diapers and formula for kids for anybody that's in need. So we're working with them now to probably make some more activity kits, and then we will be the host site in Crested Butte to give away free formula and free diapers to anybody in need. But just there's so many opportunities out there, and really it's just a matter of trying to figure out where it is. And if you're just sitting back and you're not doing anything, when you come out of this, people aren't going to recognize you. But if you're putting your message out and being of service, and I mean, we all love children, we all love our families, so it's a real easy connection. But what can you do? How can you make a difference and make somebody's day, make it a little bit better, put a smile on the face, make a connection? Because by all means, they might be unemployed right now and they're in need and whatever, but if things turn around and they come up with a great idea and come out of this, guess who they're going to come to as soon as they need childcare? It's going to be you. And that's where you need to really make sure and understand that, yeah, you might not see them in 6 months. You might not see them in a year, but also know their husband's stuck at home. So in about 9 months, come Christmas time, there's going to be a lot more babies hanging out. And you want to be the one to face forward and know that, you know, we're available and we're here for care. So
right. And that's the whole lesson of this, is future-based thinking. And I wanted to get people starting to think about, you know, while things aren't fully turned around, but we need to start thinking about how we're going to come back into our schools and get our enrollment back quickly. And some of what I call this is you're planting seeds, Ben, is that, and also by being a FEMA site and having people come get stuff from your school as just a resource center, as a distribution site, people are just developing that relationship with you. They're getting to know where Paradise Place is located. They're getting to know more about what you offer. They see your playground, they see other, you know, and they just see you doing good works. And so I predict that you're going to come out of this fully enrolled, which is where you were when we went into the crisis. And I think you'll come right back to being abundant and being fully enrolled. And I wanted to spread that message today because we hear so much bad news and so much negative press. And I wanted to be a shining light of goodness and hope and what you guys can be doing to plant those seeds for future enrollment and just doing good works, just being of service. And I think that also is just helping us all feel better. I know it is for me, and I'm sure it is for you as well, Ben.
Yeah. I mean, it's been surprising because like I've actually got more inquiries in the past week just with some of the stuff that we put out and just the content we're putting on Facebook. People are like, I know you're closed, but when you're not and you're ready to open, we're ready to go. And so like I literally did a FaceTime video walking through the center with a mom. She's like, well, I want to see the school. I'm like, well, let me call you back on FaceTime. And we just walked around the school and I showed her the bunnies and the fish and the classrooms and everything. She's like, oh, that's so cute. I wish I could see you with kids. I'm like, me too. Right. So we had a good little giggle together.
Right. So what can you also then be doing to do virtual tours, do FaceTime tours, do things to plant those seeds and help people? But certainly we have a lot of members doing virtual tours and enrolling people today for future dates. So that's a best practice as well. So great. So with that, I wanted to thank you, first of all, Ben, for everything you're doing, for being of service, for helping FEMA, for helping families, for being a creative business manager and thinker around how you're going to use this time to do good works and be of service. And then that's going to benefit you and your teachers and your school long-term and the community. So I just love that. We've done the same thing here at the Child Care Success Company, is that we've put on our website if you guys haven't checked out our blog, we've put hundreds, certainly dozens of amazing tools at childcaresuccess.com, and click on blog. And there's a COVID-19 toolkit that is chock full of stuff. And so I just wanted to mention that, Ben, while I had people on, because we're trying to be of good works too, right? And we have a global audience, but certainly in this country, we can help by giving childcare center related resources around the PPP, around a digital revenue kit, and that can be used no matter where you live. You can create an online preschool. You can be doing digital services to add more layers of revenue into your business with parents. And so when you go to childcaresuccess.com and click on blog, that very first blog post, which has the picture of COVID-19 on it, you click on that. And there are letters for parents, there's communication guides, there's letters for how to communicate to parents about unenrollment and monitoring COVID-19 and communicable disease protocol and health and safety, and then communication with staff and essential employee communication and layoffs and bringing people back from layoff and how to do that and how to elegantly communicate that, and notices and signs for your front door, and operational tools and marketing tools and financial and legal resources and all the PPP information, and a cash flow projection chart that you and I worked on as a spreadsheet to help people manage their cash flow, which is so super important. It's all there. So, and more. I don't even have time to go into it all. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that those resources were on our blog at childcaresuccess.com, 100% absolutely free. We're not asking for you to opt in. We're not asking for anything. Just go grab them and use them. And I want to thank all of our members that provided those and gave us templates, examples, and tools that we were able to share. And I want to thank Cindy on my team for putting it all together. And Ben, I just want to thank you, man. You're doing amazing things for the families in Crested Butte, Colorado, and Gunnison County. And I'm very blessed to have you on my team.
Well, thank you, Chris. I mean, be the change you want to see. You know, how can you change your business and yourself to come out of this on top, and really just being of service and being a part of your community. Look for those opportunities and take advantage of them, and stay connected with your families and your community, and we will all come through this together. So just know that. Much love to everybody out there. Keep your heads up. Hope is on the way. I can already see the silver lining in the clouds. We will get out of this. And it's been a great day. It was a pleasure being here with you today, Chris.
Thank you so much. Thanks to everybody. Be well, and please stay safe and continue to socially distance. We're not out of this thing yet. So before we celebrate, let's continue to follow these best practices. And I'm so excited to see all those babies being born in our world in 9 months. And that's going to provide toddlers and preschoolers and pre-Kers for everybody watching for the future. But yeah, here's to the future. And thank you so much, everybody watching. And thanks, Mr. Ben Poswalk from Crested Butte, Colorado. Paradise Place Preschool is where you can find all of his great stuff on Facebook and on Google. And thanks so much, Ben.
You're very welcome. Be well, everybody.
Be well, everybody. Be safe. Bye-bye.